Good morning, good evening, and good night, everybody. My name is Sarah, and today we are doing the Rainbow Book Tag. This was a book tag that was floating around last year for Pride Month, and I never got around to doing it, but this year I figured, since I am now doing 2 videos a week, let's make one of those into a Pride tag, and let's just find some rainbow books. I can't actually track down the original creator for this tag. I found the guy who first, brought up the premise, but since then, people have been, changing it, so I don't know who made the version that I'm doing, but I'm doing it, so if you know, please tell me. The premise of this tag is that I just have to find books that match each color of the rainbow, as in, it has a red spine, it has a blue spine, those kind of things. So it should be pretty simple. The reason why I'm choosing to do this version is because this is my TBR shelf. I have not read the majority of the books on this bookshelf, so I can't really do any of the others because I don't really know the context of these. So, with that all being said, let's dive on in. Now, originally I was going to start with purple because I always tend to start with purple, but it's the rainbow, we should probably start with the color red. So for the color red, I picked the book Sidekick. Now, this has a blue cover, but the spine is red, or red and yellow. I have one other book that's red, but it's red and black, and then I have Alice Isn't Dead, which is orangish red. Here's the thing. When I was preparing for this video, that's when I realized I can't really tell the difference between orange and red that well unless it's very distinctly red or very distinctly orange. But when the colors are somewhere in between, I have no idea what they are, so I decided to just default to Sidekick because it has a red spine and it counts. This book follows a kid who's going through a superhero program that trains the sidekick for superheroes. He has enhanced senses, but that also comes with a drawback with he's also going through high school at the moment, and things are loud and things are colorful and it's really easy to get overstimulated. So this book kind of has to balance his superhero training life as well as just dealing with the fact that he has superpowers in a world that doesn't really it doesn't suit his needs that well. This book is the first book in the series, which is Minion. This one is definitely more red, but unfortunately the spine is black, so I picked Sidekick for this first color. Oh, if you guys see little taggy things on the top of my books, that just means my library has an audiobook. I tag them so I know what's the easiest thing for me to read next. The next color on the rainbow is orange, and for that I picked The Hidden Oracle. This is the first book in the Trials of the Apollo series. I am still waiting on the last book to come in as audiobook for The Hero of the Olympus. It was supposed to come in last week, and it hasn't yet. And I own the first book to the next series, and I can't get to it till I finish this last series, and I don't know what to do anymore. This book follows the god Apollo as he was cast out of Olympus and unfortunately now has to live in the human world and do demigod things hey, a couple of the oracles have gone silent. Go fix that, but you don't have your powers anymore. And I've heard so many good things about this series, and this is the series that Will shows up in, and I'm waiting to see who this person that the internet has been screaming about is. So I cannot wait to get to this series, and it has a very distinctly orange cover, so we are good on that front. The next color in the rainbow is yellow. Now the problem, I realized I don't really have a very distinctly yellow book, so I had to go with the Relic Master, which is kind of this off yellow. The other one is, okay, you need to move. Is An Improbable Fiction. But even though the cover is very more yellow, the spines are the same shade. So I just went with the Relic Master because this is the book I want to read before this. And I honestly I know more about this book. This book follows the story of a con artist who is very well known for faking historical relics and selling it to important people, not important collectors, churches, the kind of people you would expect to have religious artifacts. And then one day, someone asked this guy to find Christ's true burial site and find the Shroud of Christ. I'm not saying that right. The thing that goes over the face of the dead and it supposedly has the blood of Jesus on it. Yeah, he's tasked with finding that. And I've been told this book is very funny and things go downhill very quickly, and I just cannot wait to get to it. Next color in the rainbow is green, and this one's a little bit confusing because it's the book The Crimson Bound, but it's very much a green book. This is a Little Red Riding Hood retelling where Little Red Riding Hood strays off the path and suddenly she has to save the world from good and evil. I have a book by the same author. It's another retelling. I'm pretty sure that one is, I'm suddenly forgetting what it is. I'm pretty sure that one's not Sleeping Beauty. Beauty and the Beast. Ugh, beauty, so much beauty. I've been trying to get more into retellings because I know they're very popular right now, and I love the idea behind a retelling. I just haven't found a really good one yet. So hopefully this one will do, and of course it has a green spine, so this is the book I picked for the green color. Now, depending on who you ask, the rainbow has 2 separate shades of blue. I don't think so. I personally think there's only 1 shade of blue, but I will bring up 2 books that have blue spines that I can just talk about. So the 2 books I picked for blue are The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue and Wizard for Hire. This one has more of a greenish teal something spine, and this one has more of a traditional blue spine. I'm going to talk about this one first because this is the one I haven't read. This book essentially just follows a wizard who is down on his luck and now is offering his services out to anyone in need. If you guys have watched the anime, why am I forgetting its name? Noragami. Right, yeah, Noragami. It's essentially Noragami, except instead of a lowly god, it's a wizard. So I think if this is set in America, you know, it sounds cool and all. It has a blue spine that's like multiple shades of blue, so that works. Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue is actually one of the few books on this I have read, so I feel like I kind of need to talk about it. This follows Monty, his friend Percy, and their sister Felicity as they go on a tour of Europe, and everything goes wrong in their wake. And I find this hilarious because Monty and Percy are very much in love with each other, so this is a gay story for the Gay Rainbow Book Tag. And then their sister, well, Monty's sister, Felicity, is asexual. The word is never used because it wasn't invented at this time. But the sequel does very much go into asexuality and what that means for her. Even though the word isn't used, you know it's what it is. And finally, purple, my favorite color. Actually, well, purple and green are my 2 favorite colors, but like purple. And the book I picked for this is Honor Amongst Thieves. This is sort of a space heist sci-fi story. Our main character kind of grew up, well, not grew up. She was living in more or less what amounts to a mental hospital. And then she kind of just gets picked up and carried away by the Leviathans, which are alien sentient space crafts that pick and choose humans to do their dirty work or something. The humans chosen are called honors, which is why it's called Honor Amongst Thieves. But, like, it's a little confusing. I've always struggled to follow the synopsis of this book. I cannot wait to read it so I can actually understand, because I love heist stories, I love sci-fi stories. It's purple, which of one of my favorite colors, so I can't wait to get to this. So these are the books that I have chosen for my rainbow book tag. Yeah, okay, I will admit, not all of these colors are like directly the colors that they're supposed to be. Yellow isn't that yellow. It's kind of like yellowed with age, okay? But these are all the books that I've decided are worth me looking into in the near future that just have that rainbow spine to them. Thank you guys all so much for watching. If you like this video and have any more rainbow book tags for me to talk about, please leave that down in the comment section down below. And while you're there, don't forget to like and subscribe. As always, good night, good evening, good morning, everybody.